So just nice and easy. Thumbs up, everybody good? You can hear? Hi, Jane. Thumbs up. Okay. Yay. Okay, great. All right. Take my coffee cup. So here, as you elevate your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades underneath you so that you actually can feel the shoulder tips kind of fall back and away. Again, the head support is really to protect your neck, because as we elevate the chest, we're a little more on an incline into the neck and the head. So take what support you need. The neck should be free, nice little curve in the neck. And as you come into your butterfly pose, maybe my feet are elevated, I have a slight curve into my low back. Maybe if you are flat on your mat, thighs supported, close down your eyes, and just take a moment. Here in the West, we have lots of changes going on. Fall has definitely come. Leaves are turning dark in the morning. I know, Sherry, thank you. And the temperatures are cooling. We have snow in the upper elevations here. So we don't have it right here. We're about 3,500 feet, but they said the 5,000 to 65 is getting a little bit of snow as it's raining here. So just take a moment with your eyes closed, maybe the hands resting on your body, to notice what transformations are going on around you. And whatever they are, we never, ever ignore them. We rest with them. We allow them to come up, and we recognize, and maybe you talk to each one. And then you let it go. And you just notice what you notice, and notice where you are. Take a couple full deep breaths in through the nose. And maybe here initially, release the breath. Collectively, let's all just sigh it out of our mouth. So big inhale in to fill the body. And as you sigh it out, making an audible sound, let it all come out. 2 more. Big breath in. Sigh it out. And maybe to exaggerate it just a little bit more, maybe you don't know lion's breath. Nobody can see you, and my head's kind of turned. So as you take the full deep breath in, as you exhale, let the tongue come out and go. Very pretty, isn't it? One more time, lion's breath. Big breath in. Exhale, let the tongue. Good. Hips and hammies, our biggest, tightest joint, holds all of the emotions deep inside. So we're just going to use our strap this morning to open up the legs and the hips, but in a very controlled manner. One more breath in. And on your exhale, use the hands. Let's draw the knees together just like a book. If you're using a prop under your feet, slide it out. Rolling over to one side, maybe removing the bolster or the towel, removing the block. Come down flat on your back. Stretch fingers away from toes, just waking up the whole front body. Maybe slide the arms side to side. Maybe you point and flex the feet. And then draw the knees into the chest as you squeeze them in. We let the hips, back of the sacrum, the low back roll with us, so we get this nice curvature in the low back. And take a breath. And then we'll plant the feet right on the mat. Here now, a little tuck of the pelvis in, just a little bit, so you can feel the low back spread out on your mat, right? Totally supported. And we'll draw the right knee into the chest. Keep the left knee bent, so pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Draw the right knee in closer to the right shoulder. Again, see if you can squeeze the shoulders, the shoulder blades, so that the shoulders fall away. And then take the strap right around the right ball mount of the right foot, sliding the hands down so that the back of the arms here, triceps, rest onto the mat. And as slow as you can go, let's raise the heel, lead everything with the heel, bring the leg to a 90-degree angle with the body. So we're not drawing it in yet, and we're not bringing it all the way to straight. You bring it to where it feels good, where there's a little bit of sensation. I invite you to please keep the heel raised. It intensifies the stretch. But again, if you have the bend in the knee, you're supporting that stretch. So just pause here to settle the body. And then we're just going to draw the thigh in as far as you can. And then press the leg back to vertical. Taking 3, draw in, leg comes back. So as you do this, I want you to notice your pelvis is level. Your hip points are level. We're not rolling to one side, and the spine is supported. Next time you bring the thigh in close to the body, we're going to pause there. Again, slide those hands down. If they're up, keep the heel elevated. Whole upper body is nice and soft. As you take a full breath here, any more room as the belly squeezes in to draw the thigh. And we'll move to that open leg position, placing the strap in the right hand. Keep the knee, the left knee pointed up initially, and drop the right leg off to the side. And we're going to use the back of that arm, elbow to the shoulder, as a kickstand. Heel presses away, toes point towards the shin. And whatever angle, so maybe you notice those hips just tilted a bit, right? So whatever angle, and I guess I might be at 2 o'clock with my right leg, I'm going to send my left knee maybe to 10 o'clock on the clock, so that again, my pelvis levels out. As I begin to breathe, heel continues to press away, but the weight in the right leg, I can almost not feel it. I feel the opening in the inner thighs. So see where you can release clenching or tension, and let that right leg just fall open to where it wants to fall and settle. As you settle, the leg gets heavier, gravity creeps in, might go a little bit further down, but your breathing and the rest of the body totally relaxed. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, bellies in. Let's bring both that left knee and the right leg back up towards the ceiling. Take the strap back into both hands. Draw the thigh in close to the body. Toes point down and the heel is up. We're going to work into the outer hip, the outer thigh. I T-band here. So it's the same idea. We want to keep the pelvis neutral. So placing the strap into the left hand, right leg comes across the body, leading with that heel any degree. So maybe now my leg might be at 11 o'clock and I pause and I bring my left knee in towards the right, the same angle. So maybe my knee's pointing at 1 o'clock. I re-soften the shoulders and I ask you to simply breathe here. 3 full breaths. Again, the invitation to just let that leg fall across the body as far as you can. Hips are level. As that leg falls maybe closer to that 10 o'clock on the clock, allow the left knee to, again, come the same, maybe to 2 o'clock. Hips stay nice and even. We'll take one more full rounded breath, draw the belly in, let that leg just hang. And with the in-breath, right leg comes back up, left knee comes back up. Strap into both hands, draw the thigh in. Let the arms relax, no death grip here. Notice if there's any more space. And no need to hold rigid and keep a gentle bend into the knee, just we don't want to hyper stretch it. Hold the thigh in. Then we're going to bend into the right knee, draw it down towards the outer ribs, finding that half happy baby. So I'm placing my strap in my left hand to draw the foot down as I reach my right hand to wrap around the blade edge or the ankle or the calf. Again, re-examine. Did you just kind of fall over here to the right? See if you can level out the hips. 3 breaths. Your half squat position here on your back. One more round. And then we'll draw the ankle across the body. Just let it rest right over on that left thigh. Fingertips inside the inner thigh to encourage the right knee away from the body. Beginning that stretch from the inner thigh, top of the hip, around to the opposite hip. Take the breath. Feel the stretch. And we're going to counter that stretch now. So releasing those fingertips if you're using them to hold the knee back. Let that knee fall in towards the center over to your left shoulder. Maybe placing the left hand outside the knee, the right hand onto the thigh to just encourage now the stretch from the low back through the glutes, that piriformis, into the connection of the hamstring. And use a couple breaths. Releasing the knee, let it go back. Now without using your fingertips, how far back can you take the knee away? Pause there. And then slowly, as we bring the knee back in towards the chest, release the ankle, draw the right knee in, give it a squeeze. Maybe a rock side to side, just kind of washing out the work we just did. And then plant the right foot on the mat. Left knee into the chest. Squeeze in. Maybe check out the hip joint, just rocking side to side. And as you pause at center, taking the strap now around the left foot. Nice and slow. Again, back of the arms just nicely resting on your mat. Extend the heel as slow as you can. Let all those toes spread and point down towards the shin. Let the leg come to a 90-degree first and level out your hips. Draw your belly in and feel your spine. Big inhale, and on the exhale, draw the thigh in towards the chest. Release it back, vertical. So a couple sweeps here, just checking out the left hamstring. Draw it in, keep that heel pointed up towards the ceiling. And release with the inhale. Draw that belly in again, scoop it in as the thigh comes in, and pause there. Now let's hold this. We soften the shoulders, check out the jaw, the face muscles. Continue to point the heel away. Yes, it intensifies it, but you get to decide how much. One more breath in stillness. And we'll place both of the straps into the left hand. Left leg's going to just fall out to the side. Maybe that elbow, back of the arm, you use as a kickstand. And as the leg falls with weight and gravity, we're not doing anything here. Notice again the tendency that we have to roll onto the left hip. So take that right knee in whatever angle you have the left leg. Take the right knee in the same angle, opposite direction. So you re-level through the pelvis. Then sink in here, soften where you can soften. Notice what you're holding on to. Let the strap support the stretch. The elbows support the strap. Mat support your torso. 3 breaths. One more full inhale. Scoop the belly in. Let everything go soft here. And when you're ready for the in-breath, bring the left leg, the right knee back up to center. Level the pelvis. Hands to both ends of the strap. Draw the thigh in. See if there's any more room, any more flexibility that you have than when you started. Use your breath. And we'll move to the outer hip, the outer thigh IT band here. So placing the strap now into the right hand. The left leg's going to cross the body any amount. Again, use the support of the right elbow, and then let the right knee fall in that equal, what do we call it, angle. Good. So the heel presses. Yes, we begin to feel here the IT band, the outer hip. And we just use our breath because we're not forcing this. We're just focusing. And as we focus and use the breath, the body releases and relaxes. So go to the breath and just let the body do what the body knows what to do. One more full inhale. Exhale slow. And then we'll inhale, bring the left leg back up to neutral and the right knee towards the ceiling. Strap into both hands. Again, check it out. Any more room here without bringing tension into the upper body to find a nice hamstring stretch. And when you arrive, again, notice that heel when you press it to the ceiling. Full breath. And we'll move into half happy baby on this side. So drawing that knee down outside the rib. I'm bringing my strap into my right hand to assist bringing the knee down and the foot down so that I can reach for the blade edge. You can hold on to the big toe, the ankle, the arm behind the kneecap. Recheck hips, recheck spine, everything's supported. Then draw the knee down. So opening up the whole back of the glute here. We're here for 3 breaths. Big inhale. Slow exhale. And then maybe reaching for the strap to help bring that left ankle across the body to the right thigh. Release the strap and gently press the left knee away. So not forcing, just fingertips to encourage the left knee away. Beginning to feel what it's like on this side from the frontal hip, side hip, inner thigh. And we'll stretch out that piriformis here. So releasing the fingers, let that left knee fall into the chest. Maybe you help guide it across the body using hands to the outside of the knee and the thigh. And then pause. So this time we're letting that hip roll up with us, just like in our opening when we draw the knees in. We want that stretch from the low back through the sacrum, piriformis, right into the connecting tissue of the hamstrings. Take a full breath. And then nice and slow, releasing the hands. Let the knee now go away from the body without the use of the hands and see how far back you can let it go. Notice your breath. And then pull the left knee into the chest and let the right knee join in. Take a rock along the low back here. Taking the strap. Now round both feet. And nice and slow with flex feet and spread toes. Bring both legs up towards the ceiling, starting in that 90-degree angle, legs to the body. Draw the belly in, slide the hands down, and as you do, draw both legs in towards the belly. Heels still up. So where are we here? If we were standing, we would be in a forward fold. So the feet press up, the spine presses down into your back. The strap allows you to draw the legs, finding a deeper fold. Take a couple breaths. And then we're going to bring the big toe mounds and the balls together in the center of the strap. Let the knees go wide. Now maybe you climb the rope up to hold on to the strap by the feet as both legs go wide, as the elbows encourage space between the knees. And we pause in this floating cobbler. And then let the strap help you release the feet down again to the mat, to the blade edge. And then once it arrives, release the strap, just let it rest there. Allow the knees to go wide, a little bit of a tuck into that pelvis. Maybe you feel more room. Maybe you rock gently now, side to side. And then we'll come to stillness, a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. Again, bringing back the image of whatever transformation is going on with you now, whether it's physical or emotional or mental, or of just Mother Nature, right? Hand to belly, hand to heart, close down the eyes, and come into your breath. My favorite breath work. Exhales twice as long as your inhales. So for me, that's a count of 3 on the inhale and a pause, and then a release of the breath for 6 as it just rolls through my body. Take in the breath for 3. Pause the breath. And as you release your breath, what do you notice? What do you feel? Stay as long as you can. Namaste.